What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So as you see, I've got all the engine back in the car behind me. Good news is we got oil pressure and we've actually started the motor, and it fires up and idles for a few seconds and dies. So we're just got to plug the computer and then check all the timing in that, which I'm having trouble with the computer here, but I'm gonna have another look at that soon. But today I went and bought a oil pressure gauge from USA Specialties in town. Cheers, rookie. Decided to go with a mechanical gauge just because well, there's no electrical involved or anything that can fault out. It'll tell the truth pretty much. And I went and got all this braided lining, just taped up the ends here. I'll put a rubber grommet on because I'm going to drill a hole down by where the throttle cable comes in down there through the firewall, and we'll put that in just between it so it doesn't rub on the steel between the firewall. So I've got a drill somewhere. I did put it, I think it's actually in the car, hold on. Here we go. So I'm going to drill a hole. I'm just marking up where I'm drilling, and then we'll drill a hole and run the line. And I've actually got one of the fittings on already down on C down here. It's a bit blurry, but that's our oil filter. It's got a sandwich plate that runs for your oil cooler to there. So it's got a couple of fittings. You can run a separate oil pressure gauge or a temperature sensor or anything. So yeah, we're going to install this today, so enjoy. Just like that. As you can see, there's my hole there. Bang on where I wanted it. So I run this braided line out, and we'll set up everything else. Right, so just got a bigger drill bit because I'm having trouble getting that rubber grommet in, but that's alright, we'll get it. That should get it through there. So blurry. This is hard doing with one arm. Alright, I'm gonna have to do it off camera because it's hard enough with two hands. Rightio, as you can see, I've got the line through with the rubber grommet through the firewall. What a mission that was. Now I've got to put the fittings on here, flare it onto the hose, and then I can connect it down to that ball nose fitting down there. So let's have a go. This is the fitting here. So you take this off. So it's got a ferrule there, and that tube bit there goes through the actual hose. So we'll try and video that. Alright, so this is the side going to the gauge. I've just put this nut on here before I took this tape off so the wires don't unwind, because we've got to unwind them a little bit to put that ferrule in I was talking about, which is there. So yeah, I'll undo the tape and we'll show you how that goes. Sweet, so I've got that ferrule in, pushed it up pretty much flush with the tube on the inside, and then this tube here will go on the inside, and then this nut here will come up over top of the ferrule and squeeze it tight onto here. So I'll do that. I'm really struggling with holding the camera and trying to do two things at once, so I'll just have to do it and show you after. Alright, so I've just done this one. This one's in the engine bay, so I've pushed that sleeve all the way inside the ferrule. Now I've just got to get the nut, which was dropped off down here. Oh, this is hard of. Alright. And that should just wind on there like that. Alright, so I've done that up. Can chuck that on down there. Let's see if I can get some more. Alright, so now that's all pretty much hooked up. I'm going to have to make another plate like I have done with this one here. But these gauges are a bit bigger. But I'm going to take that line off, put it into a bottle and just bleed all the air out of that line before I fully hook it up to the gauge. So that's what we'll do now. Alright, so I just use this beer bottle, disconnected the trigger kit so I wouldn't try and fire. And you can see oil coming out of the line, so we're just bleeding all the air out, then we'll hook it onto the gauge. And yeah, I couldn't video doing it because I've only got two hands and one's on the key, one's on holding this, so sorry about that. Right, we'll go for some oil pressure on the gauge now, see how she goes. Well guys, I must say that's a success there, so yeah, just another thing ticked off. I'm gonna obviously make that bracket for these two. That's a water temp gauge. I've got a boost gauge somewhere, and yeah, that's just our oil pressure. So yeah, we're looking good. We'll still probably end up having this oil pressure, but don't really trust those ones. Everyone knows that they're a bit funny, so especially when you're sitting on a bit of limiter, you want to know you've got good oil pressure. So yeah, we're getting there. So yeah, we're pretty much hopefully going to be starting it up and having it running real soon. Obviously, told you before it has fired up, but yeah, maybe the base timing or something's a bit out, so trying to get the laptop to hook onto the ECU, but it doesn't seem to want to. Otherwise, I'd be all over it, but no. Oh well, cheers guys, thanks for watching. It's a bit of a short one, but we'll be back to you soon.